With a win on Saturday night, the Green Bay Packers will clinch a spot in the playoffs. So I ask you, do you want to beat the Baltimore Ravens? If you do, let me know by liking today's video. I get it that a lot of you probably would rather the Green Bay Packers have clinched the division by now. Not only a spot in the playoffs, but it'd be far less stressful if they would have done that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I feel the exact same way. But I think also at the same time, we can agree that the fact that games this late in the season hold that much meaning, hold that much weight. There's a little part in that. It's fun. That every single one of these games feels massive. Like it feels like the playoffs. And depending on what happens Saturday, if you win and maybe San Francisco beats Chicago, then Sunday, the following week gets Minnesota, it's going to feel massive as well. But, of course, you got to get through Saturday first. Let's start with our keys to victory. Number one, you got to protect the quarterback, okay? That is going to be imperative. And it's funny because a lot of times, like when we were playing the Denver Broncos, take that for example, I talked about, hey, you got to protect the quarterback because Denver's defensive line is incredibly scary. It's not that for the Baltimore Ravens. Like, this isn't the old Baltimore Ravens. I think it's easy for us to think about Baltimore and think about Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis and Tony Siragusa and the hard-hitting Baltimore Ravens. Hell, you might even think of 2023, 2024 even. Well, it's 2025, and they're kind of soft up front. They don't get to the quarterback often, and if they do pressure them, they rarely bring them down. They're a bottom 10 pass rush in the National Football League. Now, they're not bad at stopping the run defensively. Their game on Sunday against New England, like up into the final drive, I believe they allowed like 30 yards on 12 carries or something like that. But like, if you can protect the quarterback, it doesn't necessarily matter if you can run the football or not because you're going to have time to sit back there and throw the ball against Baltimore. Drake May did it 2 days ago. Every quarterback's done it pretty much for the entirety of this year. Like Green Bay will, I promise you, have time to scan, go through progressions, whether it's Malik Willis or Jordan Love, or hell, maybe it's me or Gage. You're going to be able to move the ball down the field if you protect the quarterback. If you don't, because they're good in stopping the run as well, it might be a long day. Passing touchdowns, 1.5 against the Ravens. Higher or lower? Tell you a little bit more about our friends at Underdog, but let's just practice run this. Let's play Underdog together. Give me a higher or lower down below. Number 2, take away the run. Now, you might be able to lean on Todd Monken to do this for you because I don't know if you watched Sunday Night Football of Ravens Patriots. Derrick Henry's having an unbelievable night, and the biggest drive of the game, Derrick Henry's not on the field. So maybe you won't even have to worry about that. Maybe he won't even play, but if he does, like, guys, this is still King Henry, man. He went for 18 carries, 2 touchdowns, 120-something yards, 7.1 yards a carry on Sunday night. Like, this is still the king. It's crazy. This late into his career, he's still this dominant. The Ravens' offense has been inconsistent this season for the entirety of it. Right? Really, since Lamar went down in week 4, their offense has taken a nosedive. But if they can run the football, they're going to be hard to stop. Now, you don't know who's going to be in their quarterback right now. You don't know if it's going to be Lamar. You don't know if it's going to be Snoop Huntley. And if it is the backup, that's why it's even a little bit more important to be so good against the run. Take that part of the game out. Put it in the backup quarterback's hands. You might be playing a backup quarterback of your own. Hope not. Be some ugly football if you are. Well, I guess not. Malik Willis is baller. But still, you're good at stopping the run. 8th in yards per game, 4th in yards per play, 3rd in rushes of 10 or more yards allowed. All of those pass defense statistics and rankings. Top 5, top 10 defense when it comes to stopping the run in the National Football League. That has got to continue. I've given you 2 keys to victory. Is that it? Yeah, 2. What's your biggest key to victory? Let me know down below in the comment section. Weigh in. On the flip side, we talked about protecting your quarterback. You got to pressure their quarterback, okay? And this is a thing that is one of those deals that you wish you had Micah Parsons. Now, you don't. It's just what it is now. I hate it. You hate it. We both hate it. But you've got to be able to pressure the quarterback with the guys that you do have. Because Baltimore has given up more sacks than usual. All right? Their pass protection has been shoddy at best. Take advantage of that. You rushed the passer decent against Chicago on Saturday night. You pressured Caleb Williams a ton. You rarely brought him down, though. That's what needs to change. And the funny thing is like, we can talk about edge rushers. We can talk about Rashawn Gary, Kingsley Nabbari, Lucas Van Ness, Colin Oliver. But this one, honestly, is on the interior defensive lineman. It really is. Because Baltimore's guards are horrific. In fact, their right guard, Daniel Faalele, if you want to have some fun on social media, if you have Twitter, just look up Daniel Faalele, and you could spend a good hour laughing out loud at some of his film. He might be the worst player in the National Football League. This is on the interior. The big boys in the middle. They are going to be the ones that can pressure the quarterback. I'm not going to pressure you to check out our friends at Underdog, but I will encourage you to do so because they rock and because if you make picks, you win money. Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Let's cut to the chase. With Underdog Unwrapped, you'll unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. We've got boosts, gimme picks, steal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game. Download the app today and use promo code PackersReport. Score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players go higher or lower. Stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I'm a big college football fan, if you did not know that. So I took the yes for the Cotton Bowl game, New Year's Eve. Jeremiah Smith, first touchdown score. Higher on Malachi Toney for half a receiving or rushing touchdown. I took the lower on Carson Beck for 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think he stinks. Oops. Sorry about it. You can fade my picks. You can tail my picks. Just do it with our friends at Underdog. Download the app today and use promo code PackersReport to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That is promo code PackersReport. Underdog, make picks, win money. We thank Underdog for sponsoring today's show, being the reason you guys get to watch every single day. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-good-terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Number 4, you got to be able to win the turnover battle. I'm not going to say that this game boils down to one statistic, but it feels like it kind of does with this one. I guess that's a very elementary approach. I understand that. You probably tune in to hear something a little bit more high level, but sometimes football's an easy game to understand. Because when we look at both defenses, they both struggle with forcing turnovers. And when you think about the Baltimore Ravens offense, they've kind of struggled throwing picks, Lamar Jackson especially. Now, you don't know if you're going to be seeing Lamar Jackson. Could see Tyler Huntley, and if that's the case, great. Force him to throw you some turnovers. Like, I've got a feeling that whoever wins the turnover battle in this ball game will win the game. I would almost guarantee it. And you know I don't like to use the G word often, but I would use the G word in this circumstance. Look, I know this season's had some ups and downs. Last Saturday being one of the biggest downs. But I'm still sad the season's almost over. I hate when it's not football season. It's the worst time of the year. If you agree with me, and if you're sad the season's over, almost over, like the video. Number 5, same one we always end on. Got to make the play late, man. Got to be able to make the play late. Both of these teams are allergic to winning games in easy fashion. Both of these teams, every single one of the games they play goes down to the wire. I'm not naive enough to think that this is going to be any different. So you're going to have chances to win this game late. You're going to have chances to make a big run, a big catch, a big stop. Do it. Most likely you're going to be the team that wins. Couldn't do it on Saturday against Chicago. Fumble the onside kick. Defense couldn't get a stop. You got a chance to redeem yourself. Do it against Baltimore. What's your score prediction? Ravens, Packers? Let me know down below in the comment section. Weigh in for me with your answer. And while you're down there, you'll find my social medias. Joey Petersen on Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you subscribe.